What's up, Enduro Primates? Here I am out for a little trail ride with Tim Coleman. He's promised to go as slow as he can so I can try and keep him in camera. Let's see how long it takes for him to get out of my sight. Probably not too long.
Yeah, you better go, Tim. I'm coming. Savage Enduro.
That's right, guys. That's my buddy Gary Jr. Savage Enduro is his channel. He's got some good footage. Check him out. One of the younger guys in our group does some good stuff. Here we are. We're riding today. It's 95 degrees, 100% humidity. You can't tell from the video. It's just brutal. I mean, every single time you stop, your goggles were fogged up, and that was happening to everybody. Yeah, my Oakleys usually do better, but today I was just having an awful time. They were fogging. Actually, I think my Scotts might have been better choice today. My buddy Jimmy there in front of me told me, hey, we're going to do some fast-flowing trails today since it's so hot. And as you can see, that's not what we're doing. He lied. So I haven't made a video in a few weeks, and there's a few reasons for that. I've been racking up some miles on the Beta 200 RR, and I'm really liking it. As everyone's aware by now, Beta has announced their 2020 models. Trailbound's got an awesome video talking about it recently. He even mentions my review of the 200 in there. I want to give a shout out to him. Put a link right up top for him. But getting back on track, I'm really liking the 200. I've got the suspension dialed in pretty nice. Works Enduro Rider did it for me. I'm not going to talk too much about suspension because that's subjective. Everybody likes what they like. Just because it's great for me doesn't mean it'll be great for somebody else. But it's great in these rocky, technical trails. Really liking it. I should also mention that I've worked out most of the little annoyances I've had with this bike, one of them being the odometer. It turned out to be a bad wire in the loom. I had to break open the loom a little bit, and I found a wire, traced it back. Sure enough, it was a ground wire to the odometer. Got that straightened out, got another odometer cable.
Enduro, check him out. Great channel.
Check him out, great channel. Got another odometer cable, and this is my first ride with it, and worked great. Although we didn't do too many miles today just because the heat was intense. So it seems for 2020, Beta is addressing almost all the issues everybody who's ever owned a Beta has ever had, and a lot of them are small issues, but it wouldn't take too much to resolve, and I'm just a little pissed off it took them this long to do it, and mostly I'm pissed off because I just bought this 2019 and the 2020s are coming out next month and they're a completely different bike, but such is life. Happy to have a 2019. The bike is doing great aside from a couple little nuances. Really enjoying it. It is light and nimble, just like everybody says. It's got good torque. It does not have torque like a 300, but it's, you know, probably approaching a 250. It's pretty good. So again, for 2020, Beta has changed just about everything. The frame is different. The gas tank is different. Still has the oil injection. I would prefer if they would just leave that off, leave it an option for the guys that want it. I'm going to end up taking it off. It's still working fine on mine. It did give me a warning light once when the oil level was low. I didn't think the level was that low. I had only done about 50 miles, so I think that's a little unnecessary. But that was my fault for not checking it when I went out. No big deal there. It's still working and it's working fine. Jetting, I was on JD Jetting. On this video, I'm back to the stock jetting. I wanted to give that a try now that I've adjusted the float and see how my fuel mileage is. So the big news for 2020 is the 250 and 300s are going to be counterbalance motors. And for you guys that had the KTM Husqvarna counterbalance motors, you know how smooth that is. And I can honestly say my Husky TX 300 was really smooth at idle. So I know you guys love the counterbalance engines, and I did too. My TX was great, very smooth at idle. I can't say that when I was riding I really noticed much of a difference. You know, maybe it was there, maybe I didn't notice, I don't know. My 200 by comparison vibrates a lot more than the counterbalance Husqvarna, and I notice it at idle, but when I'm riding I don't notice it at all. So I don't know how much of a difference it makes.
Pretty open and flowing in.
Yeah, it's great. Good choice. Yeah, good choice, Jimmy. Watch what happens here. I will him the fall. Good choice, Jimmy. Good choice. I'm just kidding, no. Really, I was having a really tough time this day. I don't know why, but it was, like I said, 95 degrees, 100% humidity, stagnant air, and I thought it'd be a good day to try a pressure suit. I'm used to wearing just a chest protector and jersey, and man, it was brutally hot. The sleeves were a little too tight for me. My arms were pumped up like Popeye. I couldn't ride to save my life today. So we did all this fast-flowing, easy stuff to make up for it. Here you can see the 200 just lugs beautifully. By the way, I'm running a 14-tooth countershaft right now.
And the other reason I haven't been putting out videos lately is I've been spending a lot of time. The last 2 weeks I've been with Tim Coleman. He stayed with me. We did some local trail riding, and we did a class up in Hancock, New York. There'll be plenty of footage coming from that stuff, so stay tuned. Also, we have Graham Jarvis coming September 7th and 8th. If anybody is interested in a spot in the Jarvis class, we just had 2 spots open up. If you want to see and partake in Graham Jarvis, G-Force Jarvis Academy, September 7th and 8th, hit me up. We've got spots. So in closing, guys, I'm really digging the 200. It is a great little machine. More to come on that. Also, we've got a ton of footage coming from the Tim Coleman class and some local trail riding with Tim. Remember to hit subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching, and ride fast and take chances.